This is my 2006 Subaru Outback. It is not a particularly fancy vehicle. In fact, that's kind of what makes it quite appealing, really. I've had it for 5 years. I bought it very cheaply, for about £2.5 grand, and it served me well in that time. It's very much a comfortable estate. It's very spacious, very nice to drive along the motorway. It's not by any long shot a ostentatious vehicle. It's not very luxurious, but it's a perfectly nice vehicle to drive around in. This one in particular has a 2.5 litre naturally aspirated petrol engine. It's not particularly fast. It puts out about 160 brake horsepower when it was new, and it's mated to a 4-speed auto. This is not a quick vehicle. However, it's kind of the perfect car for cruising around somewhere like London, to be honest. It's got comfortable leather seats, the aircon still works, and being an auto, it's very happy crawling through traffic. Yeah, it's a cheap old shed, so it doesn't really matter when and not if people drive into it. Also, being an estate, I can fold the seats flat and fit loads of crap in the back. And it's proven to be quite a trusty workhorse the last few years. Being a 2006 model, it just makes the cut for being ULEZ. Now, for viewers outside the UK, ULEZ is a clean air programme in London. Other cities have similar programmes, phasing out older vehicles. Some people are pissy about it, but my car's not affected, so I don't give it. This car's carried me through 5 years, a pandemic, many jobs, a house move, and times of financial hardship, so wanting to show it a little bit of love. The tyres are well past their best. The bodywork could do with a little bit of attention, and the springs and shocks, well, they're about as good as you expect on a car that's done 140,000 miles. Oh, listen to that. Ugh. It is showing quite a few signs of age and neglect, so I want to give this car a little bit of TLC and hopefully maybe raise it a little, if you see where I'm going. See, I really like what they do in the States with the whole overlanding scene they have over there, which appears to be a word that only gets used around Subarus, seemingly. Everyone else just calls it off-roading. I mean, in the UK, I guess we call it green laning, which is exploring off-road trails. So let's see what we can do about these things. So these springs are of course past their best. I mean, this creaking's pretty unbearable at this stage, so I'm very much looking forward to fixing that. And the additional height will be quite fun. So let's see. Now let's have a look at the replacement springs I've got for the car. They are a full set of pre-assembled struts from a company called Primitive Racing in Oregon in the States. I've worked out everything, put it all together. Comes with the KYB replacement struts, which are actually the OEM brand for the car, and a set of pretty snazzy bright yellow King springs, which is pretty cool. Theoretically, I've got 1.5 inches of lift in this. I think at the front, 1 inch of that is done by the springs, and the remaining half is done with the spacer up there. And at the rear, we have about 1/2 inch in the springs, and we've added 1 inch with the spacer at the top. So overall, we'll have 1.5 inches of lift from the original ride height, which is pretty cool. We should also factor in the fact that the shock absorbers and the springs on the car at the moment are very old and will have sagged a little. So we might get a bit of bonus height from where it is currently standing. The people at Primitive were actually really helpful. Considering that they were ordered all the way from Oregon in the States, they arrived in London in about 5 days, which is really impressive considering the state of deliveries in the UK right now. A no-lifted Subaru is complete without a set of BF Goodrich KO2s. Look how chunky these things are. I'm pretty excited to get these on the car. Now these are 215/65 R16s, which is a slightly higher profile at 65 rather than the stock 60, which means that the wheel overall will be larger. Not 100% sure if it's going to fit without any rubbing. Bloody hope so. But I have seen people in forums say that they've done it and it's fine, so what's the worst that could happen? Also in the UK, I could not get this size of tyre with the white lettering, and what's the point in getting a set of all-terrain tyres without letting people know about it with some cool white lettering? I've thought about this, and I've spared no expense and gone to Halfords and bought a white tyre pen. So, if you excuse me, I'm going to make myself busy. It was at this point that I thought it'd be quite funny to try some ASMR. You're welcome. That's about 2 hours of my life never getting back. So 2 hours later, we have some outlined letters on our tyres. Look kind of cool, but if you look closely, you can see it's definitely not a factory finish. Would I recommend this to anyone who's looking for that factory finish? Absolutely not. If you're looking to have a bit of a laugh, make your car look cool from afar, maybe. I don't know, let's see them on the car and decide then. Now, I'd love to have got a little bit more hands-on with this video in terms of getting these struts on myself, at least with the help of a mechanic, to be honest. I'm not quite that adept. But sadly, I need to get this car through its MOT pretty quick. So off to the local mechanic it is. Luckily, they've dealt with my bullshit for years, so hopefully they'll fit a lift kit on my car. Let's see how it goes. The Outback had actually gone in for its MOT before I got a chance to paint the tyres, so to transport those, I had to call upon the services of the maintenance support vehicle. Tyres safely loaded into an appropriate transport solution, off we went to get them fitted. I managed to get it back. Managed to pass the MOT with a little bit of extra work. The tyres are on, suspension's on, it looks hilarious. Americans might look at this and go, that's not a lift. You gotta remember, we are in London. Stuff is not quite as extreme over here. In comparison to everything that we are driving around, it's quite silly. I love this. It looks amazing. I'm very happy with the ride height. We've definitely gained a little bit of extra height from the original shocks with the lift kit and also with the tyres. It looks like it's on stilts really, but it looks just how I want it to. The tyres don't rub, thankfully. Finally, I got something right, amazing. The white tyre paint sadly did not really survive the fitting of the tyres, so I am gonna have to probably tidy that up after the fact. Sadly, I've got to go away for a job for a little while, so I can't do a proper road test on this. In the meantime, have a look at these shots of the car looking bloody glorious. But I will be back making a future video, trying to see how this handles on the road, on the motorway, around bends, B-road, and eventually off-road. Thanks for watching, come back.